wife wants the video after.
Oh shit. Because usually that's some disturbing shit that you know.
But he wanted.
And I know it's some disturbing shit because I be sending some of this shit too. I'm just saying.
Right. He's like, I'm a guilty party. I partake in the bullshit.
Mm,
Exactly.
you
And he
know.
said, and then he's like, send me that. Oh, it was the biscuits and blowjob. And then after I send it, he's like, I'm sending this to my wife. Oh, Jesus Christ! Don't. No, we got this. Oh no, this got to come with a disclaimer. Like I did not
Not the,
know that
so not the
that's
Danish
what
and
he
the
was
dick.
doing.
Right.
Not the Danish and the
Yeah.
dick.
Not paying attention, and that's at this. I don't know what's happening. That's fine. So
Bagel and bangers.
That
Oh,
was funny too.
so just think of it like this. Think of it as a real life Cards Against Humanity being engaged in real time. You know what I mean? Think of it like that. Think of it like that.
Jen's been
Cards
on
Against
Fun
Humanity in
News
real time.
Friday. Jen's
You know?
been on Fun News Friday. It just
have.
it's gotten worse. It's gotten worse.
Shit got weird.
It got really
It's
weird.
always
And I
weird.
Shit got
But
weird.
I
That's the
specifically
best way to say
said,
it. It got weird.
I was like, hey, whatever you all submit, keep in mind it's Juneteenth. Everybody, oh yeah, we got you. They did not have me. They did not. I'm very concerned
Oh.
about white people in the country. This topped the barnacles. It
Mhm.
that goddamn
The family
cult
wreath.
of what is it? The incest cult.
yeah.
Whoo, shit.
And I
They
think the
incest.
incest cult
They're
I
serious
think
with
the
the
incest
incest.
cult has replaced the complaining husky. Because remember, like every week for a while, multiple people were submitting videos of the husky complaining about the humans that he lives with. Then they discovered the incest cult. Because last week it was she lost me. I was like, what? Like,
Mhm. Oh,
and then
listen,
this week we done discovered the cousins from the
listen.
incest cult.
when I found that shit, oh my god, I
And
needed
I'm
help
like, nigga,
processing this because it was
and now
all right because
my
it was so much
followers
shit
are
that was
sitting
just
there
going
talking
on.
about
It was exactly how Gambit had described it. It was like the meme of Charlie Day with the whiteboard and all of the numbers and everything with the streets and
Yeah.
all that. Yeah,
With the diagrams and all that.
yes, that's
The
how it was trying to
laws.
figure out the family
Oh, it was crazy.
yeah,
tree.
because I'm
There
just
was triangles.
I don't like
and
it. Bush, family
zigzags.
bush,
Um,
it
family
ain't even a bush. It's
yeah,
a
family
twig with some
vine.
leaves. It's a twig with some leaves super glued on it.
It's a hell of a Venn diagram.
yeah.
That's for sure.
I
And the
guess.
messed up part about it is that I have followers that were like, "Well, you do so much research for us. We're gonna research this for you. Please don't."
We don't need to
I
delve
don't
into
want to
these
know
further.
any more about it.
I'm
Yeah.
good.
We-
I'm good.
We learned enough.
And then,
I'm totally
and then they
good.
tried to hit me with the, "Well, you went in depth about Nantucket." That was funny. That was about
was
water. This is
That
That's
was
another
different.
this
story.
That was funny. This was disturbing.
Don't
people were
like
literally
it.
they
I
were
don't
dipping
like
their
it.
toe in literal water. These people are dipping other stuff in each other.
Don't
Yeah.
say.
Oh,
Yeah,
I
you
knew you were
know,
gonna say it.
They need to,
I mean, but they was that's what they was doing. Hey man, that's
Yeah,
I mean
you know.
that's what they was doing.
I mean, I guess on that we go ahead and get started. Then I mean, cool. All right. So
With that said,
this first
Okay,
one comes
I
from
got-
relationship advice.
oh wow.
All right.
Don't
My
ask
Sorry, I
girlfriend-
was still pouting. That one was. I don't know.
Wait.
Okay.
mhm. We're blocking that out. We are mentally blocking out the last 30 seconds. Okay. My girlfriend, 26-year-old female, wants a break, but I, 26-year-old male, don't want that. What to do? Hi.
Break up. Sorry.
That's what I was thinking. So about 2 months ago, my partner asked me about going into an open relationship because she's never had the chance to explore, as she's basically been in relationships her whole adult life.
She doesn't want to
May
be with you anymore.
no,
That is exploring. She done went from one relationship. She done explored different penises. She fine.
that's about right.
It's only so many that's out there.
She
So
she wants to
mainly
get
I
Sorry,
would
married.
I think
want
I'm a little sassy
Okay.
about it today. Oh no, just break up.
because you
I don't like it.
you're coming in with the fire right now. Coming with the fire.
I
All right,
mean, either
she-
break up or get you a side chick, ho. Like
Something. I don't know. Anyways, she went on a girls' holiday and slept with another guy. There it is. Went
There
on
it
a
is.
girls' holiday and slept with another guy while she was out there. Upon her
Girl.
return, I was not angry that it happened because we agreed to the open relationship, but it still really upset me. I have now
I
said
thought
I
you
don't
said no
want
to
an
the
open.
open relationship. Hold on.
I thought they said no too. Wait.
Rewind. What did it say?
So about 2 months ago, my partner asked me about going to an open relationship because she's never had the chance to explore, as she's basically been in relationships her whole adult life, mainly our 1 of 5 years. So it never really said that they agreed or disagreed to it.
Okay.
Okay, there's a
He
confusion.
said he didn't want to, but then like he just did it anyway.
It's just kind of like,
And she's
well,
she's
she
been in
did it,
relationships.
and now it's like, well, we're in an open relationship now.
She did it her whole and I love how he chose adult life. So before an adult, she was a whore. Like what you mean, sir? She had enough.
She was living in a whorehouse.
Right. She was going duck duck whorehouse.
So
We cannot do this again. Not 2 weeks in a row. Move on. We cannot hyperfixate on that word 2 weeks in a row.
all right. So she went on a girls' holiday, slept with another guy while she was out there. Upon her return, I was not angry that it happened, but because we agreed to the open relationship, but it still really upset me. So I guess they ultimately did agree to it.
Yeah.
In the end. I've now said I don't want an open relationship anymore, and we either go back to normal or break up because she wants to just take a break from us and continue seeing other people. To complicate matters further, we have recently just bought a house together, but this was before we talked about an open relationship. Oh shit.
Damn.
That's why she wants an open
She
relationship.
trapped
and won't
him.
break up.
Oh.
She trapped him.
Yep.
Oh.
And now I need advice on whether to wait for her to finish seeing other people and hope we get back together properly, as I can't imagine my life with anyone else, or do I call it quits on it now? Call it quits.
Call it quits. Call it quits.
Says, thanks in advance for
Get
your
out.
help.
Call it.
No.
Call
He
it.
did post an
quits.
update. He posted
Cut
an
her
update.
off.
So before I get to the
Ooh.
update, what do you
I
what
would
are we
say
thinking has
call it
happened?
off.
I'm thinking he broke
Call
up.
it off. Call it off. Do not share a bedroom and bang a bitch so she can hear. I got problems.
So he probably stayed with her, right?
I agree with that. I agree with that.
All right, here we go. Update.
So he stayed with her, right?
We're about to find out. We sat down and talked it through, and I broke up with her as I can't agree to what she wants. It's utterly
job.
heartbreaking, but it's for the best. We are going to try to be friends and not sell the house ASAP, as it would wipe out both of our finances because the early exit costs from mortgage and other costs.
Mm.
Thank you all for your help. I never expect such a huge response. Jack, he broke off with her.
And the lesson in
this-
all this is
this-
do not buy a house with someone you're not married to. Like,
But do
the
not
thing.
get that deep into somebody when you.
Yeah, but I do have a question. He said they bought the house together, but a lot of people say they buy stuff together. Whose name is on that paperwork?
right.
That's true.
And buy her out. Even if you have to do a payment plan, go ahead, go to the bank, sign an official promissory note, get it notarized, get her out. Or one thing for certain, two things for sure. People who cheat cannot take being cheated on, even if it's not technically cheating. Start dating and bringing people around the house. I bet you she'd be up and through real quick.
Yeah.
That's what I would have done.
That's
I
a
would have
fact.
just started bringing people to the house, like whoop whoop, and then have the
Yeah,
loudest sex ever.
you don't even have to. You didn't even have to be, dating or anything like that. It could be just a
Mhm.
coworker. It could be just
Anybody.
anybody random. And
Just go in and
instantly,
start jumping on the bed. You don't even
is,
have to
is
be
that.
having sex. You just go in there and start jumping on the bed,
Yeah,
making
you
all
know
the
what?
noises.
There was once upon a time I worked with a guy. We had the same birthday. And he was like, "Hey, can I ask you for a favor? It's gonna sound weird." It's like, "No, what's up?" His ex was getting married, and the family was so insistent that he went. Even his family was like insistent. He was like, "Can you go with me?" And I was like, "Okay." But how jealous do you want this heifer to be? He's
Right?
like, how jealous do
Okay.
you want this
Part
heifer to be?
am I playing?
Said-
When I tell you
said,
we put
how
on such
how
a
much do I need to
performance,
dress up or dress down?
baby, the dress that I had, and it was a dress. My mom had actually bought this dress for me, and I had only worn it like twice. But when I tell you, okay, it was given Salma Hayek.
Oh, okay.
Dress. Okay, I was feeling myself in this dress, and when I tell you, you would have thought that me and him that we had been together 30 years. I did play my role so good. Her family, invited me and him back after the wedding for an after party. Okay, for 2 years after that, I was having brunch with her auntie and her mama.
Did you get snacks for playing the role?
I did. For like,
I knew snacks.
for the rest of the time we worked together, he was bringing me all
snacks.
the best snacks. Mm-hmm.
That's what's up.
And he did end up with a wife from that wedding, because there was a pesky woman that was like, I never noticed how good of a man you were. So we kind of orchestrated our breakup like after that. And it was like, oh, we realized we just weren't compatible, so he could get with that woman. Now, the woman he got with, we did fill her in on what we were doing, and she cracked up and she was like, that's brilliant. So
gotta do what you gotta do.
Taz, the greatest wing woman ever.
Yeah, I was like, because when he told me, I was like, I feel you. How jealous you want this heifer to be. That was a wedding I told y'all that one of the guests came in a strapless denim dress that had a train. It was that wedding.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Because I was looking at that guest like, girl, you want attention that bad that you came to somebody else's wedding dressed like that.
Wow.
Wild behavior.
With the train.
Wow.
Yeah, I was. Hey,
I'm trying to picture that in my head. Like, I just can't.
Trying to wrap my brain around that.
And I wish, and unfortunately, it was before we had like good camera phones, and I wasn't thinking to like take a digital camera with me or to anything, because the one purse I had to match this dress was a very, very small purse. And it was during the time where I had that. It was like what was it? Is it the Razor that was like, yeah, it was the Motorola Razor that was like this big when you folded it down, so I could just stick it in there. Because I was like, and it was at a country club, so it was very
very
posh.
Yes. And so to see somebody walk in with the whole, because that's what caught my attention, and I was like, on a Motorola, you couldn't really zoom in to get the picture, and I wasn't close enough. And when they escorted her out, of course, she wasn't in their dress code. I was like,
damn.
And I was trying to like be real slick and like scoot my way to where she was at. But people were like, no, sweetie, you're supposed to be sitting there.
Because you didn't dress right. That's
right. And it was one of those weddings. It wasn't just assigned seating for the reception. You had assigned seating for the ceremony itself.
Oh, okay. Very picky.
I see. Okay. That's an instance where you and I are different, because
tedious.
If something like that happened and I had my phone on me and I thought about it right then and there, my phone is out and I'm recording. I don't care. I don't care.
Yeah, but that's now.
I don't care who sees me doing it.
Think about it. Yeah, but at that point back then, I couldn't. My Motorola didn't have video capabilities.
Our reflexes we weren't camera ready back then.
Right.
For some of y'all that don't know,
I feel you. I get it. Mine was hot pink.
Like,
yeah, but see, back in the day, for those that don't know,
then I'm recording watching. I don't care.
There was a point in time where you would have to message somebody or call them and ask them if they could accept pictures, if their phone could accept them, or if they had to plan to accept pictures before you did it. And not every phone could take video. And y'all, I came across,
or you accidentally would send somebody a picture that couldn't get it, and then you would have to pay them like the $1 because their parents were mad.
Yep.
Yeah. Now I saw in my memories, it came up a video from after that time on Facebook, and oh my God, that's how I like, that's pretty much. And I was like, wow, that's still y'all couldn't.
Was it
Okay.
grainy too?
Yeah. So on that phone that I had, I did not. I was just now getting to the point where I could take pictures. When I got that phone, but I did not have the capability to take video, or I would have taken video, because this woman, first of all, in the denim dress looked like it was heavy, okay, and it was strapless, but she looked like she was gliding. And I wish I had video of that, because she looked like she was gliding. And when I say denim, I'm talking about like dark, like farmer jean denim.
Okay.
There will be no foolish wand waving or incantations in this class.
Right. And there was no, like, it wasn't like a detachable train. There wasn't tool. Like, it was all built into the dress, denim train. And I was trying to get close enough to like try to get a picture, but I couldn't, because there were so many people that were sticklers. Because once again, we're in a country club. No. We already got you to your seat. You sit right here, ma'am. I'm not. And then I was like, oh, I got it. I'll tell them I have to go to the bathroom. They're like, oh, you can go to this door the opposite way of where this woman was at. I'm like, I'm out of excuses as to what to tell them.
Like,
to get.
That bitch, why aren't you cool? Bitch, be cool. You see, I'm supposed to
just move over to the left. I'm trying to get by you.
Right. And a couple days later, I was talking to one of my cousins, and they were telling me like, "Oh, you could have said this, that," and I'm like, "Oh, I didn't think about that." And they were like, "Yeah, you wasn't sneaking out the house with us, was you?" No. Wait, y'all was sneaking out the house?
Taz missed all that. That one. Taz was not partaking in sneaking out of the house. That's funny.
I was
the fact that you asked that is like, no.
like my brain froze. I was
sneaking out of the way. Y'all was sneaking out.
I didn't know that was a puzzle. I didn't know that was an option.
You're allowed to do that? No, that's why we sneak out the house. Okay?
That's why the term sneak out.
That's why we don't invite you.
That's why sneak.
You be rustling potato chip bags. They'll hear you.
You're not built for sneaking.
And then when I'm thinking about the fact that they was like, yeah, we used to sneak out of grandma and granddaddy's house. And I'm like, looking at the structure of their house, I'm like, how did y'all do that and not die? And how did y'all get back in? Like, were y'all scaling the side of the house? Two of my cousins said yes. I've always been a little afraid of them. Okay. Now, the other ones were like, no, they were just asked to sleep overnight in the one bedroom that was downstairs in the basement. And they would just sneak out the garage. And I was like,
that's the way to go.
Very smart.
I used to jump down from the second story window.
Well, my grandparents lived in a McMansion. That's why I was like, how did y'all sneak out and back in? Because that was one hell of a drop. Like,
I used to walk out the front door.
I used to crawl back in through the dining room window.
Same.
Right out the front door.
Walk out the front door and be like, I'll see you later.
There were bells on my door.
By the street lights. And across the street was my grandma's best friend. Like, they pretty much, the church lived on the street, and church ladies are nosy.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, because one of the church ladies told my grandma, like,
looking at the house.
Well, one of the church ladies told my grandma about me, because I've told you I like to sit on the front porch with my books or whatever, or like my little, yes, I've always had stuffies my whole life. And I would sit out there with them and read or write or do my coloring or whatever, because my cousins were never on the porches. And my grandma's porch had this wrought iron fence around it and like a little gate in front of it. And I used to pretend like I was an adult and this was my house. Okay. Because nobody really came in and out the front. Well, one of the boys from up the street came down to hand me something to give to my grandma. It was when my grandma's stories were on. So I was emulating my grandma, being irritated, like, here, give it to me. Like, you interrupted my stories. I'm emulating her. I take it in to give it. 2 hours later, one of them raggedy church bitches comes. I see your grandbaby has a little boyfriend. I don't. You was acting like you was mad at your little boyfriend. And I was like, I was acting like grandma do when anybody come to the door and she watching her stories. What do you mean? She's like, you want to kiss that little boy? I was so disgusted. I came close to saying a cuss word to that grown woman as a child. And we know in a Black household, that could have been the day of my funeral.
So,
I caught myself.
Oh, yeah.
At the last second, because I was like, I want to kiss who? Now, I didn't know the word for it at the time, but I knew I didn't like boys. I thought they was gross. I thought every boy had worms, and and I didn't quite understand kiss because how short I was, because they were like, you know what your parents do when they were like, when your dad is leaving your mom and to go to work, and what I couldn't tell what they were doing. Okay, in my little mind, my dad was like eating half of my mom's face, because I didn't know. I just knew I didn't want it to happen to me.
That sounds traumatizing. I'm just saying.
I was a special child. The counselors at my school sent a lot of notes home to my parents asking them to have me talk to somebody outside of school, because they were like, why don't you want to do this? I thought adults were doing a lot of strange stuff to one another when I was growing up. I did.
Damn.
I did accidentally uncover an affair between one of the teachers and the principal, though.
Oh. Oops.
Oh,
I thought he was punching her. So I thought I was doing a good deed, because we had just learned about reporting abuse. So I skipped my happy ass into the counselor's office.
Ran told that on everybody.
Okay.
Just dry snitching.
I had to go to
dry
the main
snitching everywhere.
sit at a certain period of time to get my allergy medicine before I would be walked back to class, right? I had to sit there, and the principal's office was there. So I heard what I thought at the time was a man beating up on a woman. So I was like, oh, they told us this, and they said go straight to the counselor. So I skipped on down to the counselor's office and was like, the principal, blah, 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 is beating on a lady in there. And they were like, what? Yeah, I can hear it. And they went.
He wasn't beating on it. He was hitting it.
He was beating it all right.
You're beating it all the way.
Oh, he was
for
beating
years,
her all
I
right.
didn't understand when the adults then the adults got everything cleared away, and they just kept looking at me like, we don't know. I now know that the look was like, we don't know what to tell her. And they were like, no, everything's fine. The principal wasn't doing that. There was just a misunderstanding. I think they told me that he was helping her get changed out of something. I don't know. I bought it. Okay. And they gave me one of those. Remember the little ice cream cups that used to come like with the wooden, they said it was a spoon, but it would be like vanilla, then like some chocolate.
Yeah.
Okay, so they gave me one chocolate one and one strawberry one. And I remember sitting in the cafeteria by myself with the cafeteria lady, just swinging my legs, so happy that I got my little treat. Then
they bribed you with the snack.
Then years later, random memory popped up, and I was like, wait a damn minute. Oh, they was having sex. And I said it out loud. And I was at my granny and papa's house, my mother's parents. My papa was like, who was having sex? Like, he was concerned, like, who was having sex? And you could see. And I told him, and he was like, oh, you're just now figuring that out? He was like, we all knew that that's what you found out about. And I was like, how did you know? Your parents told us. He's like, remember when we took you out to dinner? Yeah. He was like, you are bad gossip. We thought you was going to tell us more details. You didn't tell us nothing. And I was like, I didn't know nothing.
You didn't realize what it was
tell you.
I didn't know that I had the good guys. Evidently, growing up, I was uncovering all sorts of salacious affairs. Somebody was stealing money from an organization I found out about by accident. I didn't know. And all these people, when I was younger, was giving me all sorts of treats and stuff. I just thought that I was an exceptionally good kid. Evidently,
those are broad for information that you
and I didn't know that I
just
had
didn't
good
read
gossip.
the memo.
That's why Taz thinks that everybody is friend shaped, because when she finds out information that can impact other people negatively, they just hand her a treat and send her on her way.
And I'm just so cool.
That makes sense. So that makes total sense.
Here, you have walked into something that you should not be in. Here's a treat. Please black it out for the next 6 to 12 months. You can remember it later fondly. And she does.
And here she does. She's like,
do.
ooh, a treat.
Nana J said at the beginning of your snack debate. You know what? Yeah.
Probably,
Annabella,
Nana J. Probably.
Yes.
Because today
they created a
in
monster.
in the staff meeting, Thomas was like, well, if people need help, well, don't ask Taz. She's overworked. I'm not overworked. I'm undersnacked. And he was like, you know what? Go ahead and bribe her with some snack. Exactly. And I'm not going to tell your business because I'm not going to realize that it's even worthy to tell. Because like I told Thomas, he put out a video. If y'all watched the Taz Effect yesterday, I said he put out a video. And I was like, I just realized nobody saw you doing that. I just assumed because I'm backstage and I can see it. Everybody else, I forgot we were not live at that point in time. And I was like, you chose to put that out there, huh? On purpose.
Mm-hmm.
On purpose. And people are like, I don't turn my camera on. For me, when that show starts, it's 6:30 in the morning.
Oh.
Okay, I still got a bonnet on.
Oh,
okay.
It's dark out still, okay?
I don't turn my camera on. I send a lovely motivational text. And before you go, Taz, you could just cut your mic on. I sound like this after coffee. You don't want pre-coffee. If y'all haven't heard Michelet talk. Yeah, if y'all have you know the singer Michelet, go look up her talking voice, not her singing, but you don't want that in the morning. Oh, Nana J, he thoroughly enjoyed the show yesterday. Thomas had a rocking good time. I was a little concerned. Did I have an impromptu meeting with two individuals about 45 minutes after my show yesterday? Yes. Did it go how it always goes? Also, yes. But my job is safe. I'm safe. Just now, they're wondering how I convened so many unwell people into one place.
It's a skill. It's an art.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I have one.
All right.
Okay.
Am I the asshole for telling my girlfriend she should do the home chores since I pay for everything? I haven't read this one yet. I figured we could learn together.
Oh,
it's not
the home chores.
The home chores. That's what caught me too.
Okay.
Right. Okay.
I've never heard.
Okay, let's hear about the home chores.
Mm-hmm. Me, M26, and my girlfriend, W30, instead of female, F.
Woman?
Yeah, woman. Okay,
woman.
Whatever.
Whatever she is.
Hold on. Wait. Who's 30? Is it the man or the woman that's 30?
The woman is 30.
So whatever she is.
26.
The man is 26, and the whatever.
The whatever she is
30.
The W.
The W.
Have been living together for about 3 years. Since the beginning, I always paid for basically everything, and that includes rent, all the house bills, water, gas, electricity, internet, etc., and everything we go out or order food. Or every time we go out and or order food. Despite that, she insists that we should split the house chores, while I say that she should do it herself since I pay for everything, as a way to show some gratefulness or whatever. We've argued about it a few times, and whenever I say that I'm okay doing the cleaning, but then we should start splitting the bills, and she says that I'm throwing it in her face. Am I the asshole for telling her to do the house duties, or she's delusional?
Okay, I was kind of with him when he explained like he's paying for everything. I was like, oh, well, when they go out, it must be like, oh, this time I pay, this time he pays, whatever. But when he said to show that she's grateful.
Yes.
Oh.
You said what?
Said I was with you until then.
No more wire hangers part of me came out.
Said I was with you. I was with you.
And then you lost me.
And you had me at the first half. And then you completely lost me.
Uh-huh.
You completely lost me. Said
I
started
You
out.
use what,
Said
Tom?
you started out. You
You
started out
spoke to
not
who
the
that
asshole,
was?
but you
I don't
ended
think
it
so,
as being the
Tudor.
biggest asshole.
well,
No,
right, like,
no.
cause like, okay, like I told you, I was having a conversation with my brother before this started. Now, before stuff went left, we were talking about something because I've told y'all this. There's somebody in my life that keeps saying that I'm male focused, and he said something very clear. He said, "I'm very proud of you." I said, "Why are you proud of me?" He was like, "You nor Daddy has called me saying that I have to come get you because you almost took somebody off the census." I said, "I'm not that bad." He was like, "Yeah, you are." He's like, "Because let somebody try to tell you that they're in control of you." He's like, "Do you know you?" He was like, no more wire hangers comes out. And he was like, "You don't like wire hangers." He was like, "But you somehow find a wire hanger wherever you live and it turns into a weapon. You got to stop doing that." I Fair point. Fair
They do
point.
make a good weapon,
Um,
though.
they do.
I mean,
And I was like, I do have wire hangers because I do well previously use the dry cleaners, and I'm not throwing away a good free hanger. Um,
that part.
I mean, yeah,
but
It
no,
hangs.
that makes
talk
sense.
about being
Mhm.
grateful. Look, I'm no millionaire, all right, but I do believe in a tete-a-tete. Okay, if you treat me to a meal, I'll treat you to a meal. Now, sometimes it might be a home cooked meal because sometimes my money be funny, but I will feed you. Like if you take me out to dinner on Thursday, I'll feed you on Friday. It's fair, and I'll do my best to make what you like. If it's
Mhm.
beyond my cooking, I will let you know. Yeah, we might not be able to do that. But she ain't
Mhm.
doing nothing, and she won't. She for she's older. Like, did
Well,
she
that's
think
what
she
I
was
was
gonna be able to
thinking.
manipulate you?
Yeah.
And
Mhm.
you've been doing this since you was 23. Like you just came into the relationship paying for everything right off the
That's what I was
right.
thinking too. Like with the
Right.
age difference too. Like, well, you just okay as a 30-year-old woman letting this young child take care of all your stuff?
Yeah,
Okay,
she is.
Yeah, she
yeah,
is.
quick question to the
Yeah.
man on the panel. To
Carry
the man
on.
to the man on the panel.
Uh
Because
huh.
I got a question.
Yeah. Yeah.
Now,
Absolutely.
I would think what the, I would think that a man would build up to, paying for all the bills. Like,
Mhm.
you start
Like he
dating with
just jumped in
somebody.
with his feet wet.
You
Boom.
pay for a
Yeah,
date,
that's
she
right.
paid
That's right.
for a date.
Mhm.
Y'all start living together. She may not have the income to pay for everything, or you pay this, but
Yeah.
then after a while you get into a groove and you're like, you know what, babe, since you do extra and I don't want to do that, I'll take over that. Am I tripping for thinking that?
No, yeah, no.
No, no,
No, it
no, you're
also
not. I
sounds like
mean,
she doesn't have a job.
no, it's like this. I mean, generally as men, we don't mind, you know, but if she clearly she did not communicate anything about any of that, like, anything to her because
It sounds like she doesn't have a
this,
job though, because
but she
he
really
says that
doesn't.
he pays for all the meals
But
out. Like
see,
it's and
And the
here's the
groceries.
thing, and if he pays for everything, then and she does nothing, eh, I could understand being a little upset because here I'm going out to work and I'm paying for everything. I'm doing this. I'm doing everything already to maintain
This
Mm-hmm.
house.
this is
our
why he had
lifestyle.
me until his reasoning behind it was that she should be grateful
But
and
Yeah, the grateful part,
like
because
that's
I'm
wrong.
like,
the grateful part is what got me.
Okay.
yeah, because
That's the only
like,
Get
thing
out of
that
here.
dude,
got me. Like I could
I
understand
was
being
really
upset
Same.
about
thinking,
it because you're doing
Same.
everything to maintain the lifestyle and in your head you feel that,
Correct?
hey,
Yes. Is his
okay,
delivery
but it's your
poor?
delivery of that of she
Absolutely.
should feel grateful that I'm doing no.
Uh,
That's where
bro, because and
that's
it's
where
like because
it went all
in the
sideways on that.
beginning, I was like, okay, maybe this. Just hearing the title at first, I was like, maybe she's like me. Like there are certain things I prefer to do. I know that you're capable of doing it. I just prefer to do it because I want it
Mhm.
done a certain time, certain way, and I know I don't want to sound like I'm nitpicking somebody because it's not done my way.
Mm-hmm.
And generally, it's stuff
Yeah.
that most people don't want to do anyway. So nobody really gives me pushback on wanting to do it, like washing dishes and doing laundry. Like, and it's relaxing to me. Like, just let me do it. Like, nobody really gives pushback because who really wants to do those two things other than me? But she ain't doing nothing. She like, girl, what are,
She doesn't
Yeah,
like
'cause I
him. She
mean, here's
likes
the
his
thing.
money.
Well, see, here's the thing.
and
If
it's like,
she's
what
doing,
is he
Because
doing?
a woman who is well taken
it's
care of,
in-
who likes her man, if she is well kept and staying at home, she's doing it anyway.
Right.
My
and-
laundry
Right,
has
and-
to get done, so all the laundry's getting done. My dishes need to get done, so all the dishes are getting done.
Yeah,
The
and
bathroom needs to be
I
clean.
don't
We both
know.
share that bathroom. I like a clean bathroom. It's well taken care of. If she liked him, she'd just be doing it anyway. She doesn't like him. She likes his money.
Yeah,
So,
'cause-
and here's the thing. And the way that he says is that, look, if I'm going out to work, I'm paying the bills, I'm paying for dinner, I'm paying for this, I'm paying for food, and all she does is this. Clearly, she's not doing anything. She doesn't have a job. She just
Right.
staying
and
at home.
I think that's why he chose the word
And-
grateful. I still don't like
Right.
that he chose that.
And-
I get where he's
and I
coming
get-
from.
Like I said,
I understand.
I think
I
he's
understand your
right.
anger. I understand the frustration.
Mhm.
And in your head, okay, yeah, I agree that you're doing all this, and you know,
But you can be
she
right
needs
and
to
still
step
be
up,
an asshole.
But your whole delivery of she should be grateful, that
Yeah.
that you need to change.
You can be right and still be an
So you
asshole.
can be, exactly. So
Because I just
he
and
is
also,
the asshole and not the asshole at the same time.
Correct.
Mhm.
what kind of job did he have starting at 23 that could sustain this?
It could be any job at that
I'm
age.
not knocking
Maybe he's a
anybody
hustler.
that's younger.
You know, because
Did he say he's been taking care of their bills the whole time they've been together since he was 23?
In my head, I just
Yeah.
assumed he was
'Cause, here's the
choosing to
thing,
pay
you
for
could-
everything, and she just wasn't spending her money on shit. So
Right.
I didn't.
And I say this like this is because I know at jobs where you can earn commission from sales. You can
Mhm,
do that at 23 and earn 6 figures easy,
mhm.
depending
Yeah,
on how
yeah.
good of a salesman you are, or salesperson.
Yeah.
You could do
I've heard
6
about-
figures easy.
Because I'm just like, girly pop, like you're not doing that. And I don't maybe I don't know. Maybe it's because I got nothing but brothers. Maybe it's no, I can't say it's my age because I've always been this way. But y'all know I'm a firm believer, don't ask for what you can't give. And yes, there are exceptions to that. Because if you a hiker, I can't give you no hiking partner in me. I'll try to find you one. But I don't
Go get a
know.
dog.
Like I don't know. I would feel some type of way. I would really, really feel some type of way if I have money and I'm letting somebody like every single time. Plus, I feel like I wouldn't be able to have a say so.
I just don't
I
think
would
she
feel
has
like
a
I'm
job.
back. Yeah, but
No, it
I would
doesn't
also
sound
feel like
it.
I'm back.
Not the way
I would
that
also
the way
feel like
he's
I'm
venting
back.
his frustrations doesn't sound like she
Right,
she
living
doesn't
Yeah,
work.
like not the
parent.
way
Sound
he's
like she works.
expecting her to have everything.
Like
Like,
because I think he's starting to feel like a parent to her instead of a partner. Like I don't want to feel like I'm back living with my dad. I don't. And
I've come home from
not that
work
it
and I
was
have to clean up my house like you're my child.
yeah,
Right.
Right.
no.
Like I'm
Like,
cleaning
just
up. It's like when we were kids and you would call your mom at her job and be like, "Can you stop at the store on your way home and get me a bag of Doritos?" And she would act like it was the end of the damn world to stop for that bag of Doritos. And you'd be like, "It's not that big of a deal. It's on your way." And now, as the adult in that situation, when my child calls me to be like, "Will you stop at the store for a bag of Doritos?" I'm like, "God damn it. If I have to run one more fucking errand."
Mm-hmm.
So I get it. But I feel like he probably feels like he's a parent because he's at work
Literally
all
taking
day
care of
and he
her.
comes home and
Care of her, yeah.
she's bringing groceries home because she's not going to get groceries. She's not helping out doing house chores. So he's come home and like she's not doing dishes, but she's been home all day eating the food and making a mess.
Yeah.
And so it's like having a child.
also-
It's just
Right.
And
it's
it's also one
child.
thing. And it's also one thing to have someone who works from home because I work from home. He works outside the home.
Uh-huh.
Are there times where my days run long? Yeah, Mondays and Wednesdays are like my longest days. Because this past Wednesday, that last time I clicked to end things, I'm gonna tell you, I don't know how I made it up the steps to get into bed. Okay, I remember being downstairs, and then it was the next day. Like, that's how tired I was. And I was like, I hope I don't have to, like, I hope nobody was waiting on an email or anything for me, because I forgot. So that's one thing. And yes, there are people who may not recognize working from home as work. But it doesn't even seem like she's doing that, because she's like, well, you're holding it over my head. Girl, it's a good thing you're not a lesbian. I guess a good thing you're not a lesbian, because I know some lesbians that would have picked you up like at the beginning of the Flintstones and put you outside, and you would have been racking on the door.
I can't deal with this shit. No, you got to go.
Get to go.
Like, there are days like yesterday after the show, well, towards the end of the show, I started sneezing again. Like, y'all know this intermittent sinus thing that I have going on. About an hour or two later, because I didn't even do the learning through literature yesterday, I felt bad. Now, he was joking with me this morning, because I woke up and for a second I felt bad till he let me know it was cool, because I was like, was there enough leftovers for him to eat? But I guess I felt so bad. He said I was sitting up in the fetal position, knocked out. He was like, how does one do that? I don't know. But I felt bad just off of that, because I'm the one that's home. Like, even just to throw something in to eat, like, and she just out here. What? Like, OP, let me break up with her for you.
Right, like, you need to break up with her. You're still the asshole in this situation because of the way that you approached it. But, like, you were right.
Yeah, I mean, you're right. All right, I say it like this. Okay, all right. Anthony Mackie said it best in Falcon and the Winter Soldier. I mean, he's out of line. He's right, but he's out of line.
Yeah, because.
Yeah, okay, wait. I've got one. I've got a Karen one.
Oh shit! Here we go.
I'll holler back.
I'm gonna change directions for a minute. Am I the asshole for refusing to cover my manager's mistake after she blamed me for it in front of the team?
No, right. And run her over in the parking lot. Okay, don't do the last part. Don't do the last part.
No, just hit it with the bumper, just a little bit.
Just a little.
Hit it with the bumper, just a little bit.
Not the bumper.
Or
again.
did what did our fellow GCPR co-host say? Just hope that she falls down the steps.
That too.
Hope that she falls down the steps.
You know.
Okay. All right. Ready? I work at a mid-sized hotel as a front desk supervisor. My manager, Karen, is one of those people who's very nice when everything's calm, but immediately looks for someone to blame when anything goes wrong. Last month, we had a huge wedding party staying with us, and the bride's family had booked a block of rooms months in advance. There were specific notes in the system about who needed adjoining rooms, who needed early check-ins, and who was paying for what. The problem was Karen changed several room assignments the morning of check-in because she wanted to optimize the hotel's availability. She did this without telling anyone and without checking any of the notes. And by the time the guests started arriving, half of the party was in the wrong room type or separated from people they were supposed to be with. Turned into a mess. People were angry. The bride was crying in the lobby, and the groom's father was demanding to speak to the general manager. Karen came to the front desk, looked at the screen, and loudly said, "Who moved all of these rooms around?" I said, "You did this morning. You said you were balancing inventory." She immediately said in front of guests and two new employees, "No, I asked you to double check them. This is why I tell everyone not to make changes about approval." So I said, "That's not what happened, and the change log will show who moved the rooms."
Gotcha.
She gave me this look like I should have shut up and taken the blame. And later she pulled me in the office and said I embarrassed her and made the department look unprofessional. I said, "You made yourself look unprofessional by doing it in the first place and then lying to everybody."
Fact.
The next day, she said I needed to write an incident report and say there was a miscommunication between management and front desk. I refused, and I wrote exactly what actually happened. Now she won't speak to me, and coworkers are saying I should have taken the hit because managers have pressure and it would have blown over. But a bunch of other coworkers are saying I did the right thing because she's constantly blaming everyone for her mistakes. I'm not trying to get fired, but I don't think I should have to damage my reputation because she's an asshole. But am I the asshole?
No, but you will get fired if you keep talking.
No, but
And
you're working with
honestly,
one. But you work for one.
Here's the thing, and people need to realize this quicker in life. When you tell other people to accept stuff, you're setting the standard for how people are going to treat you. And when the person who's causing the disruption turns their sights on you, nobody's going to come and back you up. Everybody's going to be silent, even when they know the truth. So don't be out here talking about, you should have taken it. Managers have pressure. Then if you can't take the pressure, don't take the position. Not gonna lie, there was one time when I was still working for Toys R Us, fresh my senior year of high school. And they're like, oh, we can put you over this section. Please don't. And they're like, no, you're good. Please don't. I see what the people that are over sections go through. I'm not built for that. Please don't. Now, one of the managers was happy that I was that self-aware. The other manager was so mad at me, like, oh, you should. No, I should not. This is not going to be a good idea. I deal with stress by hiding in the break room with peanut butter M&Ms. Don't do this. This ain't going to go the way you think. Everybody knows when the pressure gets high, go to wherever snacks can be purchased, and that's where you'll find me. I'm not going to be the problem solver.
She'll provide snacks to the problem solver.
Right. And this was the winter that they the
first
time that they had the white chocolate dipped Oreos. I bought 4 packages of those to keep in my locker, so that when things got rough, I had a snack and I could pass out snacks to people. And this is why they thought that I should be over the department. I said, that don't fix nothing. The problem is still there.
You want to know something really embarrassing about those white fudge chocolate dipped Oreos is the one time the Angry came over to my house and I had a whole pantry shelf full of them.
Been there, friend. Been there.
You know what?
He opened my pantry door and looked at me and was like, is there a problem we have to discuss? And I was like, only if you touch one of those boxes.
I forgot about that. Honestly, I forgot all about that.
Those are not for you. Those are for me.
Well, the store that I worked at got the overflow from whatever the other stores could not handle at the time. And there was a box. It wasn't a box. It was a pallet that came in. And it wasn't.
No, it wasn't that many, but I mean, it was a lot. I mean,
but no, it wasn't. There was like it wasn't a full container of those Oreos, so we couldn't put them out because we didn't have enough to like fill the shelf. And I looked at my box. Can I have them?
Okay.
Because if it wasn't over $1 amount and it was perishable, they would give it out, but they never gave that amount out to a whole bunch of people. And he was like, will you work customer service if I give you this? Because I would try to avoid customer service. I really would, because I just believed everybody's BS stories. And you want to return it, you want your money back, sure. I didn't argue with people in customer service. And I was like,
not worth it. Not worth arguing with them in customer service.
I paid enough to argue with you.
Take it again.
But it was around Christmas, and as an adult, I now get why he was like, could you please work? Because I would get the line down and I want to argue with people. And I was like, yeah. He was like, who's picking you up today? Your mom or your dad? I said, oh, my papa. He's like, okay, I'm gonna go in the office and tell him to clear out his trunk so I can put it in there. Like they had that, they already knew, because sometimes, yeah. But
you want to talk weird snack obsessional things and like, okay, people who are good to you. So I used to work at a Dollar Tree in our little shitty ass mall. Okay. And right across from that Dollar Tree was a Chick-fil-A. And I worked every morning, Monday through Friday, at this dollar store. And every morning while I was pregnant with my daughter, I would walk in and I would get chicken minis from Chick-fil-A. And then I would go to work. And if they put too many boxes together and they didn't sell them by the end of breakfast, they would bring them to me.
Oh, wow.
And then on my way out, they would give me a peach milkshake.
Hey, that's a good deal to have. I'm just saying.
So much money at Chick-fil-A while I was pregnant. And then I wonder why my daughter is like full on obsessed with chicks. That's why. She was literally grown.
So when
on chicken
graduated, when I graduated high school, I worked at Chick-fil-A for a month and a half. That was the worst month and a half of my life. And I could tell you this, quite frankly. All right. You make friends with the right person at Chick-fil-A, they will give you anything you want.
Was it your pleasure?
It was my pleasure.
Well, the first time I ever had Chick-fil-A was I was with my baby brother. He has this obsession with Chick-fil-A. Okay. And I was just like, it's like, I took a bite and I was like, this isn't all that great. He's like, oh, you didn't get the sauce. But if I need to drown this in sauce for it to taste decent, I'm gonna stand on a chair and throat punch you.
I'm not even that big of a Chick-fil-A girl, but them chicken minis is something different, and I will fuck those shits up every single time.
My thing is that, but as y'all know,
you're like a chicken mini. I don't trust you.
Yeah, but see, my family, as y'all know by now, likes to trick me into doing stuff, and they promise, and that's not what he had promised me. Not what he promised me. Okay, we were supposed to go to Buffalo Wild Wings. That was not, and it was in the same like shopping strip mall so I'm like, oh yeah, I'm going to I'm thinking about my lemon pepper all drunk, like I'm
so you waiting for it, you know what you want.
Walked in here, I looked at him like, I painted 2 rooms in your house
disappointment
for this.
The disappointment.
And he was like, no, you'll like this even better. Just so y'all know, my granny was still alive. And did I call my granny and snitch on my brother? Absolutely. Y'all should know me by now. When my grandparents were alive, I called them to snitch on everybody. They kids, my kids, everybody. Everybody could get told on. I used to tell them, I told on some co-workers once to my grandparents, and they was like, your grandparents don't work here. What can they do? Yeah, come to find out, I knew that both sets of my grandparents knew people on the board at the company that I was working at.
Oh.
So things happen.
Yeah. They wouldn't bother me no more.
Test me again. Test me again.
And the only reason why I told is that
one more time.
We could have at our desk is we had to have like 2 drawers that were specifically for files and stuff like that. Each desk had 3 drawers. And I said, it doesn't matter what we put in the third one. And they were like, no, if you have food, it has to be like in a container that you can close. Bet. Okay.
Dragon, there's cane sauce, there's Chick-fil-A sauce, and there's Zax sauce if you're Southern enough.
Yeah, I've had Zax sauce. I do like Zaxby's, and I like the birthday shake from Zaxby's. But so I had my containers. And this
fuck up a Zaxby's milkshake.
Yeah, these people got upset because they kept coming and asking for, and it wasn't even snacks. It was like parts of my lunch, like when I would make pasta. No, I'm not sharing that with you, and I don't want you sticking your fork in my. I don't know you, and I'm pretty sure they had termites on the inside of their body. Couldn't prove it, but I'm pretty sure. So they wanted to keep like causing me problems because at the time I was in my early 20s and I'm pretty sure they had kids my age. Like they shouldn't have been acting like that. So yeah, I snitched. I went to, before somebody goes, why did you go to HR? I did. Okay. And I found out the one lady was hunching on somebody from HR. So they weren't going to do nothing. So I called my grandparents.
It worked.
Good. And that shit worked.
Yeah,
I'm not above it.
Yeah, even if they didn't know anybody on the board. I had a Southern grandma and a Caribbean grandma. They would come up there and literally whoop somebody else's kid. Okay. Everybody under 50 was a kid to them. And yes, I've watched them whoop full grown adults. They didn't care. That's why I stay snitching. I wasn't trying to get in trouble now because they dead. But when they was alive,
they don't give I don't give a fuck. I'm snitching.
Snitching.
Let me explain something.
If I was on
the first 48, they wouldn't have to sit me in the room and then bring me chicken. No, soon as they said that you got a Mountain Dew, I saw the soda machine on the way in here. Can you just bring me one and some paper? Because I'm gonna have to write these names down for y'all and give you the times, because I feel like y'all not gonna get this. And what else do you want? Bring me some other snacks, but I'm gonna write this down for you. Well, what do you know? What we're supposed to tell them because you snitched? Oh, they know I'm in here snitching. They know me. They decided to bring me along for this. They knew I was gonna snitch.
They should have known.
I was shocked when they said I could ride along. I think they wanted to get caught.
Chaz's ass got in the car. If they got caught, they was all going down because she wouldn't.
Right.
Because they knew I was going to snitch. I don't know why they let me come along.
Take
They
the
know I was going to snitch anyways.
because they're going to offer her some peanut butter M&Ms, a Reese cup, 2 Mountain Dews, and a Red Bull. Done.
I mean, if there was some pizza or some food, it's over for y'all. When I was a Girl Scout, there was a
tray. Bring her a tray from Cookout and a double thick milkshake. She'll be fine.
Right. And like there was a girl, and we went to, I don't know if this Girl Scout camp still is around, but it was in Indiana, and it was called Crystal Lake. I was on high alert. I was pissed off. And I had called my granny, like, did your daughter let them take me to Crystal Lake? My granny was like, what? So I'm trying to figure out without GPS how to tell my granny how to come get me. So my granny was like, I'm gonna figure this out and I'm gonna come get you, okay? So I'm like, all right, cool. Not to mention, this is during my exchange time. So I only have so much time here before I have to go back home, and then I can come back for school, right? And I'm like, I'm not gonna die. Well, one of the girls snuck out and claimed that she was running by the lake, and we saw it out the window. The troop leaders wasted no time. They came straight to me. Did she sneak out? I said, no, she was in the bathroom. That was a dog that ran by. How do you know? Because I was sitting out on the balcony. Why? I don't like them hoes. Don't call your fellow Girl Scouts hoes. Oh, y'all didn't know? They hoes. Down here is a Boy Scout camp. And I told on everybody. I was leaving anyway. I didn't care. I wasn't there.
Grandma's picking me up. I'm not staying in Crystal Lake with the whores. No.
Right.
No.
And then they was like, what you can't.
Yeah, I said absolutely not. And I'm snitching. I'm not going, and I'm snitching. And I'm leaving.
Well, the whores always get killed first.
Right.
They always get killed first. You're right about that.
She was like, do you know what that word means? And I said, yes. They let little boys touch their no-no spots under their clothes. And she was like, oh, you do know what that meant, kind of, because I didn't know what the touching was, okay? People just told me, don't let little boys touch you. I didn't know exactly what the touching was, okay? I just knew I didn't want it to happen to me, and I knew that they was letting it happen because they was talking about it. And then they gonna get mad at me at the next meeting, talking about, why did you tell me? It is no secret. If it comes down to me or you and we ain't cool like that, no. And they was like, so if we was best, I wouldn't have said nothing.
It's gonna be you.
I wouldn't say nothing. Like, okay, if my co-host, if something happened, I ain't saying nothing. But a random person.
We're allowed to be whores, you guys. We're allowed to be whores, is what she's saying.
Yes. Y'all could do that. I'll be a great character witness. I don't believe she would do that, Your Honor. That is not the type of woman she is. What you mean Angry did that? Never in my years have I known him to do any of that. Did you see him do it? No. Now, the questions that they should be asking me at the time, did you have your glasses on?
Did you have your glasses on? Did you have your hearing aids turned on?
Did you have your hearing aids in or on?
Have your hearing aids in and on.
Right. Because we know I'll put them in
at the bottom of your purse.
And you have them off.
Right. I will put them on and turn them up. I've done that in church. Because there's two deacons
walk by with something that smelled delicious.
There are two women at church that now come and will move my hair out the way to see if I have my hair. Yeah, they won't be on. I know how to adapt. When I'm done listening, I'm done listening.
I know how to adapt.
I will tell the truth. You just got to ask the right questions. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie for anybody. I'm
not gonna volunteer information at the same time either. Yeah. So it's like
I will trust me. I will talk as I was the captain of my mock trial team for a reason. Okay. Not only do I have a mean cross, I can cross-examine the best of them. I will Heisman the mess out of an answer. What? I'll be like OJ in that Hertz commercial. Call me John Stevens. Mainstream me, baby.
Oh shit. I can't.
Oh, trust me, I did not survive having nothing but brothers. Yeah, I'm a snitch, but I know when. Yeah, like I got my brother that I was talking to on the phone.
Need to
That's
be
the
forced.
Jeez.
Don't ask me nothing about him because there was one time I did. He told me that he legitimately did it. I honestly did not see him do it. So when my grandparents was like, "Did you see him do it?" No.
Mhm.
Do you think he did it? Do I think he did? I knew he did it. So I was like, "No, I don't think he did it." 6 months later, they found out. He confessed that he did it. And they came back, and I was like, "No, I answered your questions honestly." And my one uncle was like, "I was there. She did answer your questions honestly. And you told her just tell the truth." And I did. You didn't ask me, did I know that he did it? I did. I did know that. I didn't think he did it because I knew he did it.
That's a
on
good
that-
little workaround. I mean,
Yeah.
it's
And they were
plausible.
like,
And
"You didn't
that's
see
a-
him do it?"
You got him.
No, I had fogged up my glasses. Okay. I
Ask the right
fogged up my
question.
glasses because I was being nosy and looking to see what was in the pot in the kitchen that my grandma was cooking. And I forgot steam and glasses don't mix.
Right.
So I didn't technically see
No,
him. He just
not
came to
not a
confess
good
to me.
combination.
So yeah, I mean, it didn't work out too good because, like, after they got on me about not telling on him, I snuck to see what my grandma was making in the oven, and my glasses had gotten loosened. This is back in the days where I was just, I had one pair of glasses. My glasses fell off.
Oh no!
Oh,
And my grandma was making a cake, and yeah,
oh God. R.I.P. glasses.
and there was
All
some
right.
nice glasses too. But I got one. It's called
All right.
the person who sent this said, "Hey Taz, this is the performance review. Enjoy."
Oh,
Isn't this
Okay.
We're
lovely?
still on the roulette thing. I'm still not through.
Isn't that lovely?
I-
All right.
So I don't. What is this? I don't know because I promised that I wouldn't read it ahead of time. So I gotta stop making promises. All right. I,
Yeah.
33 male, share one child, 6 female, with my wife, 36 female. She has another daughter, 13 female, that lives with us full time. We also have custody of our niece, 15 female. The teens are each other's best friends. They share a large bedroom, which was done at their request. The dynamic here is pretty much mom and youngest against the teens, with me being the referee between everyone. What the
I mean, you did decide to have a house full of women.
Is your
Uh,
wife a bitch? Hold on. My wife has taught the youngest she can blame others for her actions to avoid consequences. She just
What?
says the word, one of the teens will get punished without question. There's no doubt she is my wife's favorite. I love her, but she's becoming nothing more than an entitled brat. As just a mere example, my wife and I had an appointment we both needed to attend. When we came back, it was apparent the pool had been used. They're not allowed to swim while we aren't at home. As the youngest divulged, "Mommy, I was in my room coloring. I never went swimming." The teens said that was not true. She had gone swimming as well. Only the teens were punished. My wife refused to give the youngest any type of consequence. I later found her wet swimming suit hidden in the garage. My wife and I argued. I felt strongly she needed to not only be punished for swimming, but also for lying. After a
Yeah.
relentless disagreement, I was silenced as she gave the youngest a very minimal consequence. The lying, blaming, and favoritism ultimately caused the teens to act out, understandably. Most of their
Yeah.
consequences are done by giving more chores, specifically the chores the 6-year-old has. Or Oh, that should not be the punishment because that's always going to cause a division. Or as recent, they were removed from music lessons as a consequence. I believe they're so frustrated that they don't even care when they verbally attack their mother after her unfair treatment towards them. After all, they already get blamed and punished for things they don't even do. From my perspective, lashing out gives them a release. We've had, we've have, we hold on, wait a minute. We've have had countless tiring arguments. She'd either not see her faults or we'd agree to this and that, but it was never actually done. I decided to write her a performance review as a stay-at-home mom. Her areas in need of improvement, well, it was a lot, but I touched on how she needs to listen better, stop being biased, be fair in all her decisions, stop making rash decisions without taking all 3 kids into consideration. I recommended her to give each child the same amount of one-on-one time alone to speak, or just be with one another. So it wouldn't be entirely a slap to her face. I gave her accolades on her strong points for other areas aside from parenting. I guess I
Damn.
felt this would work best because I could organize my thoughts on paper without her interjecting. However, it quickly backfired in my face. She was quiet the last hour after I handed it to her. Then she completely exploded on me. Said if we're going to do this type of shit, she'll get a private bank account and take half my paycheck every week. She further said the review was abusive and manipulative. Was a manipulative, sexist move. Am I the asshole? I see why she's not with the father of her first child. She was just looking for a mini her. You've let her avoid consequences, and she's now letting the child that you have with her avoid consequences. She's lashing out at the teenagers because they know she's full of shit. And as somebody who used to be blamed for stuff I never did, they're lashing out because you get the mindset of, if you've already labeled me this, I'm gonna earn it. I'm not gonna make a liar out of you.
Yeah, and it's like, you know what?
I'm gonna get yelled at for it. I'm gonna do it anyway.
Screw it. I mean, you've already labeled me as a problem, so
I'm gonna be a problem.
I'll show you a real problem. Yeah,
right. We could do this.
Let's make it a real problem.
Yep.
And the fact that he said I gave her a performance. Okay, you know what? The performance review for being a stay-at-home mom, that is a job. That is a job.
Yeah.
And for her comeback to be, well, I'll take half of your paycheck. Why? You're failing. Ma'am, you should be fired. You've taught your youngest daughter how to I never like when the
you're teaching your daughter how to be a bully.
Yeah, and I never like when parents make the punishment, oh, if you get in trouble, you have to do your siblings short. No, because it will incentivize people to lie on one another to get out of the chores.
Right.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Like,
because
make the punishment something else.
Because what's going to be the one day when the youngest has to do the dishes and she doesn't want to do it.
Exactly. She doesn't feel like it that day.
She's going to tell a story. Blame something on the older one.
The oldest, she did this to me while I was out at doing this, blah, 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 blah. She said this. I'm out doing the dishes now. I don't have to do dishes no more.
Mm-hmm. And mom just believes her blanketly anyway, so it doesn't even matter.
Mm-hmm.
It's gross.
So, yeah. Oh.
You need to get divorced and put the youngest in counseling. Therapy.
If she doesn't get it now, she's definitely going to need it as an adult.
If she doesn't get it now, she's going to be a hot mess of an adult who doesn't believe in accountability and won't go to therapy.
And
pretty much, yeah. And she pops that shit off with the right person, or the wrong person, depending on how you look at it. She's gonna get jacked. She's gonna get chin checked.
To the people on Reddit, there's some people on Reddit in the responses. I've just done a cursory thing. Some of y'all, great people. You understand that this is an issue and he's at his wit's end. He tried it. For some of y'all over on Reddit responding, claiming that this is abuse. Like, oh, I was ready to say she was an asshole, but this is are you her boss? You're giving a performance. What else was he supposed to do?
Yeah, I mean, is it a shitty thing to do to like write it down and make a list? Like, sure. Again, like maybe it's poor delivery. Like the same thing from earlier. Is he right? Yeah, he's right. Did he deliver it in a way that seems gross? Yeah. That's
Yeah,
gross.
because her behavior is gross and he wouldn't change. Like one person said,
For
you're the asshole.
sure.
And well, see,
Yeah,
here's the
that
thing.
she
It's like
But he
this.
had to put it to her in a term that she would understand, and clearly reason and logic wasn't working, so he had to do something shitty. I'm not saying he's wrong. Is he an asshole?
No.
Yeah, but that's
But see,
fine.
I'm
You needed to be
saying
an
like
asshole to
this.
get the point across.
Well, it got to that point where he had to be the asshole.
She made
That's
it
what I'm
that
saying.
way. He was backed into a corner. You have to do something that's going to make her notice, or she's just going to keep doing the same thing.
Yeah, because clearly he said, he tried talking with her numerous times about it. They fought, they argued, and he tried.
She said she would change things. He says that too. She said that she would do things differently, and she never does.
She never did.
Like I said, I'm not saying that he's wrong for being an asshole, but it is an asshole thing to do. Like I would be.
This is just a way to get her attention.
Correct.
Yeah, and the fact that even when he did that, her reaction wasn't looking at everything written out, going, "Damn, that's messed up." It's not, "I'm going to divorce you." She's not. She knows it's not abuse. She's trying to play on him because she's not going anywhere. She's like, "Well, I'll just take half your money." But here's one that I think is peculiar because he does respond to this. It goes, "You're the asshole. You don't give partners performance reviews. That's gross, and you should treat her as your equal." He has been. "Her attitude towards the kids is bad. Don't get me wrong, but the way you handled it is so inappropriate. Also, you are the parent too. If you believe your kid should face consequences, be the one enforcing them and go to couples therapy so you guys work on each other instead of against each other." Here's the thing. I need people to, this is what I mean by don't compartmentalize outside of reality. She's a stay-at-home mom. He obviously leaves the home to work. Even if he gives a punishment, that's a whole bunch of hours this kid is getting counted. Yeah.
My aunt and uncle used to be that way. My aunt and uncle used to be that way. And one time my uncle grounded one of my cousins. She's grounded all weekend. And my aunt looked him dead in his face and said, "Unless you're going to be here all weekend to keep her inside, I'm not doing that."
Yeah, and that's the problem. And then OP gave this response. "I have always been involved with every aspect of parenting, including consequences. Any punishment I give to the youngest, no matter the reason, her mother undermines it. She completely will reverse it and make it very well known." Like, I think people are missing that not only is this woman teaching the child how to be a complete asshole, but
the dad is always wrong.
Yeah, and she makes it known that she's doing this. She makes it known that she's undermined. This is her, the child, the youngest child. This is a type of person that I'm glad that my parents, because there are people who truly believe that, like, my dad has always let me do everything. Oh, heck no. I joked that he wasn't able to control me as a child, but that's because he had my insane mama to do it. But I feared that I would become this type of person, that there would be so many people surrounding me that wouldn't correct me or would stand in front of people and know that I'm wrong, but make excuses and undermine any consequences. This child is going to be horrific. I joke about calling my grandparents about stuff, but this is the type of person who would call her Karen ass mother to get her out of any and everything. This is the type of person that would do horrific things to friends and cry and whine and complain that she no longer has any friends. And I met someone in Frankfort, Kentucky, who this young man was so pissy. He had a crush on a girl, hung out with the girl a couple times because the girl looked at him as a friend. And then when he finally told her, she was like, no, thank you. His grandmother, who acted just like this mother, contacted that girl's grandmother and mother to try to bully them into forcing her to be that way. Tried to bully kids in the neighborhood to be with him. And it made it even worse, to the point where he had to go into intensive therapy. Because in his mind, everybody else is wrong. He is so perfect. This
child needs to be, he needs to get divorced and put that child in therapy right now, because otherwise you're just raising an entitled child who has no idea what accountability even means, that has never been even touched by accountability, because every time dad tries to hold this child accountable, mom says, no, that is an angel baby. We're not doing that. You don't start that child in therapy as an adult. That child will never have a job. That child will think they never have to answer to anybody. That's the child who's speeding, texting on their phone, smoking their vape with the windows down and the music all the way up, gets pulled over by the cops and starts crying.
And also,
and then wonders why.
After this, I would put it to
And
the
it's on the
wife. I
phone
would
with their
ask her,
mommy.
yeah,
I
And
got pulled
wonders
over.
why
ask
that
her,
the cop is being so mean.
yeah, and I would ask the wife. At this point, I would go, okay, why are you at odds with the oldest daughters?
I
Number
mean, this
one,
is
and then
how white
two,
woman tears are born.
Hmm.
yeah, and then two, I would say, hey, you do realize at some point you're gonna want to have an empty nest. You're going to want to live your best life.
But
You're
she
going to make
won't
it.
because
You're,
she has
yeah,
But she
created
never
her
will.
own little
right,
best
and
friend.
that's what I'm saying. I would tell the wife, I would go,
Mm.
you're never going to be alone. You're never going to be able to travel because you're going
But
to
the
make
wife
it
wants
where
that.
you're the,
That's why she's done
yeah,
this. She has her
yeah,
own
but
little
I would,
tiny best friend.
yeah, but this is
Yep.
why I say, as OP at this point, I would go to the wife and go, look, you think this is cute now, but eventually you're waiting for all of the kids to get into high school, be more independent. What happens when you want the empty nest, when you want to hang out with friends, when you start, realize you have time to go to girls' brunch? You are creating a situation where you will be the only friend to our daughter.
Or
You will
on the
be the
flip side,
only
that
thing.
child's going to grow up and get friends, and mom is going to have a full on
Yeah,
breakdown
but
when
I'm
that
saying
child
at
Yep.
this
is
point,
16 leaving the house by
explain it to
herself.
the. Yeah, but I wouldn't explain it to the wife right now for her to get it. I would explain it to her that way, that she's going to miss out on it, and just be like, hey, you want this beautiful prom moment with her where you can be the proud mom. You're not going to, because she's not going to have a date. She's not going to be able to go off to college. If she is, she's going to be right back. You are going to be her world. Now, as this child grows up, I don't think it's so much she's going to make friends. She's not going to be able to. She's not going to have any friends. The only person she's going to have is her mom, but her mom isn't going to want to do the teeny bopper things.
Right.
Nope.
Or she is, or she's one of those women who peaked in high school, and the older daughters don't like the same things she does. So she has conditioned this little one to be her tiny mini me.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm
That
just
is
like,
And they are just
I'm
going to
waiting
be two
for.
peas
more
in a
than likely.
pod, the two
Yep.
best friends that anybody could ever have. It could go a
Oh,
gazillion different directions, but none of them are good unless that child gets into therapy.
somebody asked the
Absolutely.
OP for some examples regarding punishments and stuff. So OP says it's understandable. I'll give you this example. Around Christmas, the kids' bathroom toilet wouldn't go down. We had to call in a plumber. He found someone had flushed a soap bottle, which got stuck down in the pipe. I asked the 6-year-old. I didn't do that. She then proceeds to pin it on the 12-year-old. Wife goes directly to the teens, screaming at them to come clean. Both of them promised it was not them. That doesn't even sound like something a 12-year-old would do. She
Right.
No.
grounds them, took
Oh.
away their electronics, assigned them more chores to pay for the plumber costs, then forbids them from having any friends over. I thought it was an excessive punishment. We had no proof who actually did it. I just brushed it off to my wife that it was probably an accident. Maybe the bottle fell off the counter and landed in the toilet. Lo and behold, a week later, I find the 6-year-old trying to flush 3 tennis balls. Exactly, because that sounds like a
Mhm.
6-year-old. My wife says, well, she probably got the idea from the teens. Bullshit. She completely refused to even lighten up their consequence. Never mind, let them off the hook. Other things are small in nature but still frustrating, like leaving empty containers around the house. 6-year-old will blame the teens. Wet towel left on furniture. Teens. Spilt juice all over the kitchen floor. Teens. Basically anything and everything. She will not take responsibility, even if you have evidence it was absolutely her. Like, this pissed me off. We had Chick-fil-A for dinner the other night. A wrapper and a cup was left on the side table. Next morning, wife asks who did it belong to. No one answers, but 6-year-old says, not mine. I think 13-year-old left it there. Wife starts belittling her, how she's not a child anymore. Yes, she is, and needs to pick up after herself. Kid gets up, toss it in the trash while saying, this was not mine. Later, I tossed something in the trash and noticed the cup had a label on it. It said lemonade. 6-year-old was the only one who had lemonade. I showed it to my wife. She argues it might not be the same cup that was on the table. Like, what? It was right on top. The 13-year-old had just put it in the trash can. The 6-year-old's chores consist of morning feeding for the dog and watching him outside before going to school. 4 days a week, she loads the dishwasher after dinner. Once a week, she's to sweep off the patio. Then little other then little other around the house to tidy up. Her other chores are hygiene stuff. There's a lot of time, though, she has no chores at all because they're reassigned to the teens.
Of course.
Like, mom isn't even
Raising a
looking to
hellion.
see. Yeah, mom isn't even verifying anything because, like, as a parent
Just
with multiple
care.
kids, like when they were growing up, if something was left, especially like if it was food items, if we went to a restaurant, there were certain restaurants because it was on our routes for our daily stuff. I knew everybody's standard order. Nowadays, there's really not a standard order for that. But if certain stuff, if I would see it, I would go, my first thing is, did you share with your sibling? Because sometimes they do, and they'll hand it off and somebody will leave it. But other than that, okay, I'm not going to belittle them though. And it's almost like the mom is getting off on it.
Yeah,
It's
this is
almost
also
like
going to
the
be one
mom's
of those
getting off on
moms, though, in like 10 years where she's crying on the internet, being like, I just don't know when my older two kids won't speak to me.
And I also,
We
and I
know.
hate to do this, but I also have to bring this in. I would like to know the races of OP and his wife, because there are some people, and we got to face the elephant in the room, that look at biracial children, especially biracial girls, as like the creme de la creme. They can't do anything wrong. This is my trophy child, blah, blah, blah. And that might also explain why she's constantly belittling the other two.
Good point.
That's true. That's true.
Yep.
Because
Never
it
considered
doesn't
that.
seem like this happened with the other two. And yes, one I realize is a niece that they adopted, but because he's not saying that, oh, well, the 12-year-old is saying, well, yeah, mom used to be that way with me, it'll grow out of it, or anything. Like, this seems to be totally new to everybody. So I'm wondering if she finally got her token child.
Yeah.
Seems like it.
Could be. Yep.
Definitely seems like it.
Because
Yes.
I have a family member that she y'all know that family member. She had, now fortunately, the child that she tried to tokenize quickly now is like, ew, that's gross, what are you doing? Like, I'm no different than anybody else. But they're also to the point where they've spread their wings. They've been able to get out of the house, be around other people, and see that, hold up, this is weird. And they've admitted that at first they thought that they were getting differential treatment because of the age gap between them and their siblings. If they have two siblings that have been out the house for years at this point before they're now getting out the house. So they thought, oh, it's because I'm the baby. And we're like, no, your mama weird. Your mama think that we all Miss Seeley. That's the problem. But yeah, because the more I'm thinking about, like, I'm sitting here, I'm like, wait a minute, because if it's just like the age thing, and mom is like, oh, I'm gonna get them when they're young to make them my bestie, then the older ones would reckon, like the niece at first, because that would be like, oh, I used to, because everybody has a niece or has been that niece that before somebody has a kid, you're kind of their kid. And you're like, oh, yeah, she used to do that for me. Nah, I can wait it out. At about 7 or 8, she'll be overdoing that with that kid. But everybody is shocked by this behavior. Everybody's frustrated by it. This is just with the younger kid. And it's like, what could be different about her?
Right.
Yeah, exactly.
And it's not like it's two girls that are older and then all of a sudden she became like a boy mom,
Right.
It's just like, it's
because
weird.
Like it sounds like she exactly got her mini me.
For whatever that means, she got her.
Just like there was a woman on TikTok that was like blowing up. She seemed to be cool, doing a bunch of videos, doing her biracial child's hair, and then all of a sudden she kind of disappeared. People were like, where did she disappear? Oh, because folks found out she had other children that were not biracial. And it's like, oh, you're not a first-time mom. You're not doing this. And the daughter really didn't want to be. And that was her token. The other ones were the production team holding the camera, literally holding lights and stuff like that. Yeah.
Oh,
well, isn't that Lovely.
That kind of shit is gross. White women, stop doing that, please.
Yeah, because I'm
Oh
just
my
like,
gosh.
Yeah. It happens a lot.
Jeez.
oh, Annabelle, trust me, I understand. Being the only girl, and that's part of the reason why I spent so much time with my grandparents. Oh, there was even a name for like my younger brothers. Yeah, they were called the Golden Children, the Golden Boys. That's what they were called, the Golden Boys, like the Golden Girls. Things would not make sense. One time it was a Saturday. I was out shopping with my mom, my granny, my aunt, and one of my godmothers. Yes, I have multiple godmothers. It's me. Don't be shocked. The company my mom worked for had given her a big box of a variety of cookies. And when I say big, it like took over the whole top of our refrigerator. Okay. Huge. And my mom knew, like, she could get me to virtually do any type of chore around the house because she was going to pay me in them cookies. So I had to write down a list, and I gave it to her before we left for the day of extra chores I was willing to do to get these cookies. And I'm talking about like, these were like the big, like size of your face cookies in this huge box. So I'm excited. We go shopping. And that day I remember my parents had somewhere to go. So the assignment was to find a suit for my dad and find like this particular dress my mom had seen in like the Sunday, whatever. Okay. So I got the picture of it. We're trying to find it. We come home. Half of the box of cookies is gone.
Oh,
I'm getting yelled at and cussed at. And I'm like,
I wasn't even home.
I said, I just
Don't
walked
know
in the house.
goddamn day.
I said, I just walked in the house with mom. How is this my fault? Now, for my mom's credit, she's in the back room. I don't think she knew what was going on at the time that I was getting cussed at, because where their room was, unless you were in that hallway, they couldn't really hear you. And I'm like, what? Well, your brothers wouldn't do that. Are you new here? Yes, they would. Yeah, they would eat the house if they could. Okay, they what?
Right. Especially
Asking for
teenage boys.
nothing.
Said, are you new here?
Like,
Is you
one of
brand
my
new?
brothers got brought home by the cops trying to shoplift something from the corner store. Mind you, we were the bratty kids that got an allowance. And I'm not talking about like $5, $10. No, $20, $30, $40. Like, my brothers would do stuff just to see if they could do it. That's probably why I didn't do nothing, because they took all the risk and I just observed. I told you I'm gonna be a witness, and I just looked like, what? Well, it must have been a misunderstanding. And then it boiled down to, well, I'm pretty sure they asked and I just forgot that they asked.
Oh, wow.
I walked
Wow.
upstairs and I
Okay.
had to
Like,
walk
that's
in
what
between.
Chores to get cookies, and they're allowed to steal
Okay.
them and be fine.
Yeah, and I had to. Their rooms
The
were. I
math
had to walk
ain't
up.
mathin'.
And I had to like walk in between their rooms because my room was like at the top of the steps. These mofos had cookies in pillowcases, looking at me like, you want a cookie? I will choke you on them when you fall asleep tonight. Just
So keep talking. Keep talking.
Mhm.
Keep talking.
And it was because, one of them was gonna carry on the family tradition of what? Oh, okay. The family business of
The snack stealing.
being a member
Snacks?
being a member of the clergy. Only one of my brothers
snacks?
has been ordained. Right. I'm like, these now, and the snack those little golden children favorite snack stealers. They all got the diabetes now.
Oh, damn.
Karma is
Shouldn't have been eating all them
real.
cookies.
And
Sir.
Ozempic seems to be working in reverse for them fat freaks.
Karma is real. Oh God. All right. I think they might have time for this last one. And title alone is funny to me. All right. That's why I chose this, because the title. Am I overreacting? Had surgery and they inserted a tampon.
What?
What
I guess if
do you need to like? Are you
We're
the
about to
type
find
that
out.
need? Do you have the equipment? Because like, if you don't have the equipment for it,
Where
wait a minute,
was
where
it
did they
inserted?
insert it at? Well, yeah, where was
Where
it
did
we
they
all
inserted
put
at?
it?
We're about to find out. But to me, this is hilarious. Okay. So That's why
'Cause
I'm
I'm-
reading this.
I'm intrigued. I'm
And
intrigued.
where my brain is going, I'm like, did you wake up and it was like in your nose?
Something.
I don't know why I thought that. but that's
Nosebleed
what
during
came to my-
surgery, and they like put one in there for you. Like I don't.
So no, but all right, here we go.
Gilby, why do you have to do? Okay, fine.
This is why I ended
Fine.
up almost losing my
All right,
fighting for my life in a
Let's get on
Walmart
this.
because you do this stuff.
Let's get on this roller coaster ride together. All right.
Let's go.
I had a minor gynecological surgery, laparoscopic surgery to remove cysts on my reproductive organs today, and happened to be on my period. The nurse at check-in gave me hospital period underwear while I was waiting in my gown. When I got into the operating room, a different nurse let me know I would need to take them off as they would need to access that area. I made a joke about losing all dignity in the operating room and moved on. Post surgery in the recovery room, another nurse slipped a pad underneath me. A few hours later, I went to the washroom for the first time, and I was surprised the pad was clean, and when I wiped, there was no blood. Then I noticed the tampon string and was surprised. I pulled it out and moved on. When I got home, I used a
What kind
baby
of
wipe.
schlong is you taking up your cooter biscuit that you didn't feel a full tampon up there? You feel
Right.
that.
I don't know. Hey, we'll find out. When I got home, I used a baby wipe to freshen up and noticed some brown. So I'm also wondering if I had a bowel movement. Am I overreacting about being weirded out that they didn't tell me about the tampon and not being fully cleaned up?
Hold on.
Uh,
Oh, wait a minute. Wait, you went to the bathroom to take your tampon out and you didn't notice that you had possibly shit yourself?
I think there's something wrong with this woman. But I don't know.
Okay. Wait.
I'm confused.
You're mad about, but okay, wait. What? Wait. I don't believe this because I feel like if they told you to put the period panties on, I mean, they probably would. That, like, I get that part, but then they would have just put a pad under you on the operating table. Nobody would insert, like, that's no. And if they did, like, cool, you probably signed a waiver saying that, like, if you needed it, they probably could, like, it's probably in the paperwork or whatever. But like, how when you got home, like, how when you took that out, you didn't notice that you possibly, like, you didn't notice then? What kind of bathroom habits do you have? Because what?
So when you, first of all, it doesn't sound like you're wiping
dirty.
properly.
That's dirty.
Right, but hold on. So you're having surgery
Oh,
on
gosh.
your intimate parts. They would have postponed that because of your cycle. They wouldn't have been able to properly clean it and get in there to do the surgery on your private parts. Number one. Number two, after a surgery on your private parts, they wouldn't have stuck, like, they would have told, like, if they would have told you to put the panties
surgery,
on,
they're
they
going
would
to
have
tell
told
you not to use the tampon and
Right.
shit like that for
And they
6 to 8 weeks.
And for you
All
to
right,
take
well-
that off,
and
off, they would have told. But the poop
Plus
part
they-
is what's getting me. You
Mhm.
didn't. You
Well,
couldn't smell
let's-
yourself because if you would have
And
pooped,
plus-
Gotta finish this out. Let's see.
or you
Hold on,
lied
Seth.
about
Wait,
the
we're
last
not
time.
done?
We're
that you
almost
ate.
done. We're almost done.
Oh my God,
Let me
we're
get
not
to the end of
done.
it.
Sorry,
We're
I
not
had to
done.
rant. I thought we were done.
No, not done yet.
You didn't notice you were covered in shit. I'm just,
To edit additional notes, I've not used tampons for a long time. Also, the nurse reviewing information with me afterwards told me not to insert anything vaginally for at least a week. She also placed a pad underneath me for my period. I think it's safe to assume she didn't know about the tampon. After reading comments, I'm wondering if they did insert a medical instrument there and I got scratched, hence the tampon. What doesn't
They
make
would've-
sense that 1, tampons don't seem to be a common choice. 2, no one told me. 3, why didn't they take it out?
They would have had
They
to
would have
tell you.
wanted
But my
to-
thing is, a full. You feel it. You feel
That-
it when it's full. And if you have surgery, and not to be gross, but all the people who would, when you put that would hurt like hell. You would be
Yeah.
screaming.
And they want to monitor how much blood flow you have, so they'd want it in the pad so they can see it. Like after,
yeah, but
any
like
kind
not
of
for nothing.
surgery
No,
down
Taz
there.
is 100% correct though. What she said earlier. If you are going in for an OB appointment a laparoscopic surgery to remove cysts on your uterus, in your uterine area. They would not be able to do that when you have a full uterine lining. They would have scheduled that surgery for 2 to 5 days post period.
Yeah.
They would have said, call us when you get your period and we will schedule you for the next week. That's how that works. Ask me how I know, because I had mine removed the day after I had my child. And they were like, it's a good thing you did this now, because otherwise you would have had to wait until your period was getting regular again and then schedule it. That's how I know. And no, they don't put a tampon in.
Yeah.
No. And that would be because first of all, my thing, you fit when that sucker fills up,
But you didn't notice you had poop all over you when you changed your tampon?
He said, also, lucky me, I live in a country where there's free health care, so there's no itemized bill at the end. So
request one. But they didn't put that tampon in. You did that earlier and forgot. She definitely put a tampon in and forgot.
Yeah, because
And how did you shit your pants?
All right,
and the fact that they didn't know.
I'm going off the assumption like this, okay? Just from what you've been saying, Taz, is that and Eugene and Jess, that you would feel it. So obviously she had it in there beforehand, and it was just felt normal to her. Had to have been, and just didn't think about it.
Here's the thing. I wonder if I don't think she told them that she was on her cycle. When the nurse told her, hey, put these on, she probably was like, hey, when was your last cycle or whatever? And when they saw nothing and that it's clear, they were probably like, okay, maybe she finished up, or maybe she's, according to her, should be starting today. And I'm pretty sure she had a procedure, because I've had this done, where they went in through her belly button. That's why nobody knew that she had anything in her cooter biscuit. And she probably also lied. And she probably also lied about when the last time she ate. Because I'm thinking that change of pad that the nurse put underneath her, I don't think that was a pad. I think that was a girl, you nasty pad. And we know that your bowels evacuated during the surgery, but we were already on there, because this is what, and people don't lie about when the last time you ate.
Here's what too. If she was being, knocked out, you got to stay overnight, and they make sure you don't eat anything. You're not allowed to eat past midnight. If you have to go in early in the morning for a surgery where they're knocking you out, you're not allowed to eat anything for 8 to 10 hours before, and because you throw up, and that's how you die. But so you just didn't tell them the truth probably about anything. And they would not have done that surgery when you had a full uterine lining on your period.
Yeah, and not to be gross, but the brown that she wiped,
period blood too.
It may not even been period blood. It may have just been dried blood, because she don't seem really.
Word.
She nasty.
Okay.
She nasty. Y'all, she nasty.
Because I'm sitting there thinking,
imagine getting down there as a man.
I'm going to tell you like this. I'm going to tell you like this. Okay.
We figured out that there's some nasty people. Because let's not forget the girl that was going down on the boyfriend that wasn't bathing regularly the other week.
Let's say like this.
Yeah.
All right. Depending on the guy, because if the guy has absolutely no standards, then you're gonna get shit like that, and you're gonna get a dude that's gonna be like, it's not that bad, and he'll go right down on her. Some dudes are like that. They have no standards and no morals, and that's some of them.
God damn.
Ones that do have standards, immediately they're gonna look, and they're gonna take one good long smell, and it's like,
I don't even want to know.
Immediately they're gonna say,
hey, yo, what the fuck?
That part. For real.
It's gonna be it'll
hey,
be,
yo, what the fuck? What is that?
Killing me,
That part.
It'll be a combination of all of those. I mean, Jesus Christ. And any guys that, if it's like me, first thing to be, I'm like,
He's gotta go.
gotta go. I gotta go.
Why don't you go get in the shower and I'm gonna go?
So you get in the shower.
Go. Forget
gonna
getting
get
a
my
shower.
car.
Go sit in a vat of bleach. I'm still leaving, but go sit in bleach.
Something.
How long
You
should I
know.
sit in there? 50 years.
That was quite my little rant about her nasty hygiene, but that's really how did you go to the bathroom at the hospital, realize you had a tampon in, but not realize that you were dirty?
Right.
What you
She missed the
I bet you
spot.
she's- I'll have-
Obviously, you have
like
some.
how did you only that's what I'm talking about. How did you like only reference one area when you were down there?
No, she clearly has different ideas of hygiene than you all do.
Yeah.
Clearly.
And why didn't she just ask? Why didn't she? Because I'm sorry, if I wake up.
She didn't know until she got home because she's grown.
She had no idea. She's sitting in
I
that
would've
shit
asked.
whole time.
But then I
Maybe
found the
I
tampon
would've
string.
asked.
What?
And then I found the tampon. Now,
Damn.
here's something that
My thing is, how did
it
you
went from
wipe
funny
and
to
not feel
disgusting.
the tip? How did you wipe and not feel the tampon string and not feel
Right.
the tip of the tampons poking out?
All of that. Like, it just doesn't make sense. I vote with y'all. I think it's a lie. They do bullshitting.
I think a 12-year-old boy wrote that.
You wanted attention and thought I'm
Probably.
gonna make up a weird situation.
It maybe.
Or you nasty.
Yeah, right.
It
It's either
reminds me
it's
of
Either
either
that or
A,
you're nasty.
A dude trying to get attention, B, she nasty, or C, a chat GPT lie.
yeah. It
One of
reminds
them
me of
three.
the Why Wednesday confessional.
It's a 12-year-old boy who took a story that he thought would make it and then put it into Chat GPT.
Yeah, when the remember
That
this
too.
Wednesday when the one story was like, yeah, when we got to the penetrating intercourse, I was like, yeah, this is a fake story.
Who talks
not
like
not
that?
a good enough reason to use the word penetrating intercourse. I'm
The
sorry.
penetrating
Penetrating
intercourse
intercourse.
is like, wait, hold
That
up.
threw me too.
Who wrote
Yeah, I was
that?
like-
Because I could guarantee
Oh,
you that's
trust me.
bullshit.
Like, who talks
I've
like
been
that?
gotten into so many conversations this week for absolutely no reason. Like, hey, it's supposed to be nice weather out. Are you gonna have penetrating intercourse? Like,
I'm screaming.
Hey, look
That's
at the
too-
weather. It's great weather for penetrating intercourse.
Oh
And
my
on that
god.
note-
Last week it was whores we ended on. This week it's penetrating intercourse.
Hey,
Annabelle said
So,
keeping a
her
theme.
I didn't know it was that kind of show. I
we
didn't
keeping
know
a
it was
theme,
that
Jen.
kind
We
of
keeping a
show.
theme. We keeping a theme. All right.
I
'cause-
didn't know it was that kind of show.
So come back next week to the porch of whorehouses.
I love you all. And I hate you all at the exact same time.
now next week. I don't know if I'm going to be remote next week or not. I don't know. I think
I don't either.
I think we have the church picnic next week. I don't know. Do I kind of want to go live with the show at the church picnic? Yes.
Well, we'll find that out next week. What Taz goes live at church on the porch of whorehouses. So we'll see you all next week.
The porch of penetrating intercourse and whorehouses.
On the
That's
porch of
Right.
penetrating.
Because I know
intercourse.
at some point I'm gonna be like, is there a whore for the penetrating
church.
intercourse? No.
at the
Oh,
church
no.
picnic. Yes,
We'll
there
find
will be
that
a
out next
whore
week,
and
too.
penetrating intercourse at the church picnic next weekend.
We'll find it out next week at the whorehouse. Good night, y'all.
Bye.